Dr. Onwona.
Uh, sorry, I'm not a doctor. So
you see, I call the doctor, and then anyway, so I call everybody a doctor today.
Yeah,
everybody's a doctor today, and it's true because we are all talking about health and eating well, so everybody's a doctor today.
Awesome. Anyway, congratulations, man. I want to thank you for the opportunity to review some of the chapters. And I was kind of stoked when you asked me to review them. And I appreciate the banter that went back and forth discussing some of the topics. There are three things I want to talk about this book. And I also learned from the book. One is it's evidence-based, as the previous speakers have said. And so even though I've read through them, I still keep it on my desk as a cross-reference all the time. The first thing I want to talk about is being informed, and that goes to all of us. I think on chapter 9, Ben talks about diet and diseases. It is very important to know what you believe in. And I think if you visit this book, you have all the details that you need. It's good to know your numbers, especially as we are growing older. And the more you know about the numbers, then you know the diets that can address these things before they become chronic diseases. And so chapter 9 is one thing that I wanted to talk about. So please know your numbers and know the plans or the diets that can address these things before the pills are prescribed. And then 2, I'll talk about chapter 11, eliminating chronic diseases through lifestyle changes. So I'll talk about 2, act. A lot of people think that lifestyle has to be radical or drastic. I don't think so. I believe in small steps. And I think that if you look at life, you can introduce some of these things gradually. Something as simple as Brazil nuts, eating 4 of them a month can reduce your cholesterol. I think these are some of the things that Ben does a good job by introducing them in the book. So please, by all means, do yourself a favor and get a copy of the book. I appreciate Dr. Entry talking about Keneza and the 10 days diet experiment. I really appreciate that because some of the things that I recommend to my friends, if you, let's say you have by full disclosure, I'm not a doctor, and disclaimer, I don't even go to a medical school. So this is from my own experience and some of the things I've learned from my friends. If, let's say you have high blood pressure, if you drink celery juice, 8 ounces a day for about 2 weeks, the 10 days that Dr. Edgy talked about, like it can easily reduce your blood pressure. So something to take note of. And these are some of the things that Ben talks about throughout the book. So do yourself a favor and get a copy. The other thing is that plan on a monthly basis. So for me, you want to have a plan. And so plan in months and then evaluate in weeks and then act daily. I think if you do that, you realize the benefit of some of the things that you're doing. And then if you're not benefiting from them, then you can take an alternative step towards that. And then the last thing I want to talk about is to share the health. So for those of you that don't have a copy, please go to Amazon. And for those of you that have copies, also share with their friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frank.